Hey, would y'all turn your microphones on? I forgot to, please.
It is.
Oh, push it over.
I got blue lights, sir.
That work?
You're the one staying.
All right. It's time to call, August 13th meeting of the Cannon County, Commission to order. Takes us to number 2, if you would stand, please. Mr. Bureau, please, say the word.
Father in heaven, we so grateful for another day. We thank you for your grace. We thank you for your mercy. I pray that you'll be with our county, Lord, as we go forward. Pray that you'll be with our children as school is starting back. I pray that you'll be with them and the teachers and everyone that's involved in their lives. I pray that you'll be with our ones that are in uniform, Lord. I pray that you would bless them and keep them safe and be with their homes. Thank you, Lord, for this day. Thank you for loving us. Be with the ones that are sick. Be with the ones that has lost a loved one. In your name we pray. Amen.
Aye. Commissioner Jordan, would you lead us in pledge?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right, it's number 4, Wayne, you call the roll, please.
Nathan Sanders.
Here.
Judy Shawn.
Here.
Chris Singleton.
Here.
Marty Williams.
Here.
Curtis George.
Here.
Eddie Mears.
Here.
Brent Brandon.
Here.
Randy Gannon.
Here.
Crystal Alexander. Tony Burnett.
Here.
One absent.
Number 5, approve change agenda. I have no change.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Got a motion to approve agenda, did I have a second? Second by Commissioner Singleton. Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed. Number 6, consent agenda. Approved meeting minutes July 2nd, 2026. Approved notaries, which are Brianna Crane, Brooke McCrawford, Crystal V. Pistole, I believe, Colleen S. Roos.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Got a motion to approve the consent agenda in a second. Do I have any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed. Brings us to old business table items, have none. Number 8, public comment. I have one signed up for public comment, that's John Taylor.
Y'all didn't think I was going away, did you? I don't really have a lot to say tonight, but I do appreciate that y'all are looking at tax relief program. And I want to encourage you to pass the tax relief. I don't care who it was that proposed it. It is something our seniors need. It's a different thing than I proposed 3 months ago, but it still goes in the same direction. The other thing is number 12 on the item, on the agenda, is the data centers, moratorium on data centers. And I encourage you to approve that. One thing that I'm going to suggest is that rather than just approve it, you also set up a committee that includes members of this commission to be on a committee to identify what the real problems with data centers are and what laws can be implemented in this county to prevent those problems from happening here. I think that is a duty of our elected officials, our commission, to sit on that and identify those solutions. Problems that have been raised are serious problems. Whether they're real or not is another question. What we can do about it is another question. And I think that a body of rational personnel can identify those solutions. What's not on the agenda that I will discuss briefly are flock cameras. And there's been a lot of talk lately about flock cameras. We need to start looking at what the problems with flock cameras are, how we can resolve that, and potentially a ban of flock cameras in the jurisdiction of Cannon County. And that's pretty much all I've got to say. It'll probably come up in a future commission meeting. Enjoy your night.
Thanks, sir.
It's good seeing y'all. Especially you, Preston.
Thank you. Number 9, approve resolution 2026-12 to reenact the litigation taxes for general sessions court in Cannon County. We pretty much do this every year, don't we? Yeah.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2026-12, which reenacts the litigation tax for the general session court in Kenton County.
Second it.
Motion to approve resolution 2026-12, you the second, do I have any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Nathan Sanders,
Yes.
Judy Shawn,
Yes.
Chris Singleton,
Yes.
Marty Williams,
Yes.
Curtis George,
Yes.
Eddie Mears,
Yes.
Brent Brandon,
Yes.
Randy Gannon,
Yes.
Tony Burnett.
Yes.
Motion passed. Takes us to number 10, consideration and approval to increase the county property tax relief program from $100 to $200 for all Cannon County citizens who meet the qualifications.
Make a motion to approve the increase to $200.
You have a motion to approve, do I have a second? I got a second, any discussion?
I have a couple questions. How, it's mainly for Diane here, how would this affect the new budget right now? They're doing amendments? For how much?
Well, we budgeted 30,000 last year, we went over that, so I'm assuming we would budget 30 more. It's hard to know, how much more the budget, I would say at least 30,000.
That would take it up to 64,000. Is that, do you feel your opinion right now without having the numbers in front of you, is that a doable number? How would that affect our county budget by doing that right now?
Well, it's not budgeted for one time.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not gonna say we don't have the money, but, we weren't able to give the employees a raise this year, that's one thing that kind of sticks in my mind a little bit, but.
I would be less concerned about raises versus, relief for people, but, I don't think we, in just my opinion of this, I don't feel good about just being on this last commission agenda. Just to voice an opinion on it, I think this is more of a next commission agenda with the taxes not going up. Everybody needs the relief, absolutely, but I feel like with the taxes not going up, raising that to $200 without, seeing where that hits the budget. I think due diligence needs to be done on that end of it versus just all of us, having a vote on it right now. I personally feel this is a next next commission thing. I hate to vote on something like this being the last meeting where it would affect somebody else. You know, people want to call it a lame duck deal, whatever you want to call it, I don't feel good about that. You know, you're burdening the next group with something that we've done. You know,
Commissioner Joe?
As of Monday, I have to probably verify this also. Taxes paid up to date last Monday was $7,869,866. Unpaid was $275,004. By February, when taxes come due again, that 275,000 number should reduce down to about 60. So we're probably gonna be in good shape.
but,
By going in past it.
but to me, probably doesn't cut it. What other expenses are there in the county that this government is required to take care of? What buildings, what needs, what payroll has to be met? I don't mean raises, I mean payroll. I mean making sure people have their benefits, their jobs, and that our schools and our jail is taken care of. You know, we can say how much is coming in, but without numbers going out is we don't have a budget, we don't have the balance
We've
of.
got no way of saying what numbers go out. Anything can happen overnight.
I
But
understand
if you
that.
go through the budget process, you would.
Yeah. I'm on the budget committee and we're estimating our revenue is going to come in less than it did this past. And we don't know what else we're gonna have. I'm for raising it some, but maybe not doubling it. Maybe raise 25 this year, maybe 25 next year. That
I
wouldn't
feel
hurt
it's
that.
our duty, yes, it's our duty to make sure there's relief for people that need it, but it's also our duty to the county to make sure county business is handled and taken care of
Yes,
also.
yes.
Just a second, I'm going back to Commissioner Jordan, you done, go ahead.
Seem like it.
Now, go ahead,
No, no.
Commissioner Sanders.
So, first question, has the budget committee met and talked about this and looked at it?
No.
Budget committee has not. Okay. Diane, correct me if I'm right. July 1 starts our new fiscal year, is that right? So this is August 13th. We're a month and a half into our budget year, and we're talking about this already. How much are we projected to go into reserves, roughly? I know it's 600-something thousand.
I'm guessing, I can't remember exactly.
So, if I have my numbers right, from talking to the trustee, this is gonna be a little over a penny, almost a penny and a half. Then we just voted on the appropriations, so that penny and a half's gotta come from somewhere, and I mean, I know you said a budget amendment, so the budget committee's not looked at it, so who are we taking the penny from?
Just pulling it from our fund balance.
From fund balance that we're already projected to dip into.
Being on the budget committee is going through, somebody else,
No, go.
being on the budget committee and seeing what we went through trying to get where we are. I think this could be appropriate, but I think it's a bad time. I think it needs to be brought up the next budget so that we can see what we can do, not project going deeper in the hole here. I think we're all for our seniors.
Yes.
I just hate for our county to, I don't know how to say this, but we're trying to help before we have a paycheck, basically. We can't give out handouts till we take care of business. And I'm not saying relief is a handout, don't take that way. But we can't raise taxes to give relief. That puts a burden on other people. So, that's just the way I feel about it. I think if we get into raising this too much, to try to, do relief, we're gonna end up putting a burden on other citizens of this county. I'm all for the seniors, but there's other people in the county as well.
Yes,
If I may just piggyback off of that, I'm all for helping the seniors, but what are we doing to help the young family starting out buying $300,000 home? If they can even afford that, or you know, that single wide, double wide that they bought, what are we doing to help them when we're talking about doubling? I mean,
On a year that's not getting a tax
that's not
increase.
a tax increase. I'm flabbergasted that we're not helping everybody. And we're looking at doubling the state. I mean, that's more than what the state does. Am I right, Diane?
State
Okay.
this year gave 107.
107, so we're looking at $200, so a lot more than the state does when we have limited revenue. I just need somebody to make that make sense.
Anyone else?
I think everybody's not taking into consideration that we're gonna have extra revenue coming in between now and February
Where,
on new homes that's not on the tax process yet.
What new subdivisions do we
Angela
want?
London, she agrees with me, there will be, nowhere known how much, but there will be extra revenue coming in.
I don't feel like we can count, that's counting chickens, counting eggs before they're hatched there. We can't count on money we don't have.
Well, what are we doing? What are we doing? Increasing this, and
That's the point
That,
we're
yeah,
making.
we don't, I don't feel we should increase it right now. If we don't have the money, then we shouldn't be increasing.
That, the budget committee starts meeting when, roughly?
I wouldn't feel, I mean, I know I won't be here for the next meetings, but I wouldn't feel comfortable voting on this until the budget committee's looked at it.
You said roughly when, Diane?
We usually meet in March. so-
When you have more numbers based on more homes that Angela and Norman can provide.
exactly.
So this is
We
August,
talked about this Monday,
right?
we don't know the amount, but there will be extra money coming in between
But,
now.
but we'll know that in March. Right. We'll have a better idea.
We know there's money coming in, we just don't know the amount.
Okay, so to me, it would make sense to look at it when we know more of an amount. That's just me. I'm not understanding why a month and a half in new budget year we're doing this.
Anyone else? Yes,
I'm all for it, and all the people that need help, seniors. I don't think anybody sitting here that doesn't want help. But I'd also mirror what a lot of people saying. Let's get it in a budget. Where we gonna come up with this at? We're gonna have to cut something, or we're gonna have to add something. And let's hash that out with a new budget. I just feel like right now, the wrong time to do it. And that's why we have a budget committee. So, that's where I stand.
thank you, sir. Anyone else? Call the roll, please.
Nathan Sanders,
No.
Judy Shawn,
No,
Chris Singleton,
No,
Marty Williams,
No,
Curtis George.
I'm all for raising it to 200, based on mine and Ms. Norman's conversation on Monday. I'll say yes.
Eddie Mears,
Yes.
Brent Brandon,
I think any help can, anything that we can do to help there's not one person at this table that's gonna disagree with helping these folks, but, it needs to go through the budget process.
Randy Gannon,
I agree with what everybody's saying. And I do see where that it does need to go through budget process to assure that we have the revenue. Yes, I wanna help, and I will help. I wanna make sure it doesn't hurt somebody else whenever I do it.
so your vote is no.
No.
Tony Burnett,
No.
7 against.
Mr. Chairman, if I might,
Yes,
Diane, on the budget committee, would you make sure that's on the next budget committee's agenda
Yes.
on the first meeting that we have? That way we'll get a better understanding and idea. Plus, everything's already set right now. So everybody's planning on paying what they have to pay for this year, for this coming time. So, please, thank you.
motion fails. Number 11, approve security camera bid for cameras bid for the jail. And Mr. John Newman right here is on the front row. If anybody has any questions for him, he'd be glad to answer them, I'm sure. Good day, sir. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Yeah.
Diane, this this is $391,573.21. That's coming, that's
That's not his bid, his was 286.
280, okay, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing, but it looks like, okay. 228,981.76.
That's
No,
separate.
two.
They can pay it too. It's a purchase price.
You can be careful. All right, purchase price, 286,227.20.
Yeah.
But that's gonna come out of two accounts. We've got,
So we have that courthouse and jail fund, and we're gonna take, I think we decided that 186 out of that. And then the sheriff had that shop that burned a few years ago. That money's been sitting in capital projects, and we're gonna use 100 of that.
so really, this is not gonna affect general fund whatsoever.
Will that leave a balance in both those accounts?
Yes, they'll still have some money.
And,
Yeah, and the courthouse
Sorry
and
about
jail,
the
we wanna use
confusion.
some of that money for the windows here, so.
Mr. Singleton?
When was the last time the cameras were upgraded?
Diane.
Sure.
I would say 2018-ish.
Does this replace all of those cameras?
And it adds, you can,
Adds new cameras and replaces all the old, to give you all the visibility you need in the jail for security?
Yes, sir, Mr. Newman.
I think, if I may, I apologize. I think the biggest upgrade is we're pulling different wires, so these will be in the future proof. Whereas what they've got was at least, to me, 2017, prior to that. So it's using a technology that's out.
Okay.
Whereas we're putting in IP cabling, so they will be able to change cameras and do things and still be
The
future
system
proof.
can be added on to if they need to,
What's that, sir?
could be added on to as needed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
They'll have the server space, and then also included in that number is, all the cameras in the servers have 5-year warranties on them. And then we're gonna add 3 years of labor on top of that as well. So it'll be parts and labor for 3 years, and then labor, or parts for additional 2 years after that.
I think that the big thing too is that year of storage.
Yes, I mean, the big cost in this is, on-site 365, 24/7 storage. And we talked about it with the sheriff, and then, Deputy Buford was kind enough to walk me around as well. The biggest thing is, honestly, is liability. Because when we go through it and say, well, we missed this, or we can't see that, or one of the things, Lee's County's open to liabilities. And this is not the only county I do. I worked in jails or prisons for 7 or 8 years. So I'm very familiar with the litigious nature of jails and prisons. So this not only helps them to fight and do what they need to do, it's also protecting the county from lawsuits and frivolous nonsense.
And this is not on the iCloud, is it?
No, sir, it is,
So
it
that
will,
even ups the security, that even ups the security of it even more for a hacker to get in.
well, it is remote accessible, but it's not gonna be any different than your current system. So we're not gonna route around that, it's gonna be through there. But the storage is primarily on site, so there is no cloud
Okay.
to go into. But this will allow the sheriff and the chief deputies to be able to go in, review footage, clip it, save it, do whatever they need to do to it, to be able to protect that incident.
When there's some jails that were on iCloud, they got hacked and,
So if we go back 4 or 5 years, Verkada was very bad. They were very big in jails, very cloud-based. But depending on which way you go, it's like a car. Some cars are really good and some cars are really not. And the clouds are the same way. But this will allow everything to be on site but them to still have access Plus it gives them more views, more lenses. I think right now we're at 52 cameras and 70 lenses. So that'll give them more security, more sight, plus a lot of the cameras that we're using in the more sensitive areas are rated for jail use.
Make a motion to
Yeah.
approve security cameras.
Do I have a second?
I have one quick question.
Yeah, just second, let me get that second first. Okay, Randy, yeah. All right,
Quick question. How long, is the camera footage able to be stored?
So on site, you've got 365 days, 24/7 recording. We are going to, because of the cost and the size of doing 70 lenses that long, we are gonna kind of throttle back non-motion areas. So the human eye can see 15 frames per second. We're gonna record at 20 as long as there's motion. Now, if there's no motion, say it's a cell or the evidence cloud or something, it will only record at 3 frames per second. So it still has everything you need. You're still gonna be able to see. But as soon as motion's detected, the camera will start recording at 20 frames per second. So high traffic areas, the dorms and things like that, they're gonna be recording 24/7 for the most part. Laundry room, kitchen, outside areas and stuff like that, it'll depend on motion as to how much recording bandwidth it's taking up.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yes, sir.
30 frames per second is real time, correct? 30 frames per second.
30 frames per second is real time, but the human brain doesn't actually process 30 frames per second. That's why we go to 20 or 25, because it's fast enough for us to be able to see it.
I think you said, I think you said this already, but I just want to clarify.
Yes, sir.
This upgrade will put a visual camera in every piece of the jail.
I'm not
Every
going
area.
to say there's not any dead spots, because we probably need 150 cameras for that. Every critical area that they've identified to me, and then working through, again, I've worked in prisons. I've done cameras for a while. This isn't my first prison job or jail job. We have identified the critical areas. So, yeah, there could be a small dead space, but it's gonna be highly unlikely. You know, that we're catching all the critical, most of the dormitory areas are gonna get multi-sensor cameras. So you'll get the kind of fisheye look over the thing, but the deputy that's using the cameras or going back to look at can actually de-stitch those cameras. So instead of a fisheye, it's 4 separate views, still all recording, still things like that. So we've made it just about impossible to get away with much without being seen, but nothing's foolproof.
Of course. So the critical areas that were identified and provided to you, is that something that you've seen in other jails and prisons?
Oh, 100%, yes, sir. So when the deputy was, again, kind enough, I think twice she's walked me around now, and we talked, and we literally did camera placements. And when we submitted the timeline, week 1, we're gonna come back and just do nothing but walkthroughs, lay them out on cameras, that way we get a good layout of where we're using the cameras, the best use. And even, as long as we stay in budget, if they've got to change a camera or we just don't like something, we can maneuver that within the budget. We're, not opposed to that at all. But I feel like what we've got right now is not only best practices, but it's not us coming in saying, this is where your cameras go. It was 100% joint effort with the sheriff's department. They were very kind, very accommodating. Because not only are we running that wire, we've got to pull that wire out in the old cameras as well. But I think this is going to benefit the entire county, not only for the deputies, but also for, like I said, litigation and liability.
everybody.
I would love to show you guys just my camera view, just so you kind of see what we're working. Yeah? Y'all
I'd like
see
to
this?
see it.
I'm gonna show you. Okay, this is at 16:21 today.
320.
Same parking lot, same camera. This is in 5:24 this morning. This is where my employee cars are. Somebody was driving in there, but I can't tell you who it was.
Same camera.
Same thing.
And just to address that, because I know the follow-up question, yes, all our cameras are low light capable. Matter of fact, we've got one for a couple critical sensitive areas that are going to look like it's daylight and pitch black. So they're gonna have the ability to see what's around them and see, not let folks sneak up on them in the dark. So we do have that covered in our cameras in our low light situations.
Any other questions? Thank you, Mr. Newman.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time.
Appreciate you. Any other? Got a motion and a second. Oh,
Nathan Sanders,
Yes.
Judy Shawn,
Yes.
Chris Singleton,
Yes.
Marty Williams,
Yes.
Curtis George.
Yeah.
Eddie Mears.
Yes.
Brent Brandon,
Yes.
Randy Gannon,
Yes.
Tony Burnett.
Yes.
motion passed. Takes us to number 12, approved donation of vehicles paid for by the Food Bank Insecurities grant to Short Mountain Community Church and Woodbury Seventh-day Adventist. What this is a grant we got, and it's just what it says, it's Food Bank Insecurities grant, it's 100%, it was a 100% grant, and it was for, well, just for places that gave out commodities. And I tell you, somebody from Short Mountain is here, tonight with us, and they do a wonderful job. And they pass out a lot of food, and we appreciate y'all so much. And this is to, right now, it would be in the name of County,
Yeah,
right?
it's titled to the county, we just need to title it.
We need to title it to them. That way they have the insurance and all that.
Make a motion to approve this.
Second.
Got a motion to approve and second the donation of vehicles paid for by the Insecurities Grant, Short Mountain Community Church and Woodbury Seventh-day Adventist. Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Nathan Sanders,
Yes.
Judy Shawn,
Yes.
Chris Singleton,
Yes.
Marty Williams,
Yes.
Curtis George.
Yeah.
Eddie Mears.
Yes.
Brent Brandon,
Yes.
Randy Gannon,
Yes.
Tony Burnett.
Yes.
Takes us to 13, approved resolution 2026-13, establishing a 12-month temporary moratorium for prohibiting AI centers in the unincorporated area of Cannon County. I brought this up to the planning commission. The planning commission, listened to it and recommended it to the full commission. Now, if this passes, then who looks at it's gonna be the planning commission. They'll look at it, make sure that we're in compliance and we're where we need to be. Okay, and if they need a subcommittee, then they'll appoint. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Got a motion to approve, do I have a second? Do I have any, debate?
Mr. Chairman, I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
If my memory serves me right, I thought we'd already took some action on this a little while back, along
I think that was an industrial.
Yeah.
An industrial area. It was an industrial.
industrial.
Yes.
That kind of covered it, but kind of the way everything's been going.
No, go
The
ahead.
way everything's been going, this moratorium kind of, it blanketed, it'll put a blanket on it, but at least we got 12 months. Come up with something before anybody can do something. That we're buying time.
Commissioner Gannon's on the planning commission, so.
So this would, so what we have is for industrial, this would put it a moratorium on anywhere in Cannon County.
It's
Whether-
my understanding,
Yeah.
yes.
Anybody? Call the roll,
Nathan Sanders,
Yes.
Judy Shawn, Chris Singleton,
Yes.
Marty Williams,
Yes.
Curtis George.
Yeah.
Eddie Mears.
Yes.
Brent Brandon.
Yes.
Randy Gannon.
Yes.
Tony Burnett.
Yes.
Brings us to number 14. Repair finance.
So the budget amendments, number one, 2627 dash one. And I sent you guys an explanation of all of these. If you have questions about any of them or,
Motion to approve resolution BA 26/27-1.
Got a motion to approve BA 26/27-1. Do I have a second?
Second.
Got a second, any discussion? All in favor, aye? All opposed?
reports that I gave you. The first one is, it's got the orange highlighter, it's the asset report. I have to give this to you guys every year, and anything we purchase over $10,000, it has to be entered in the software, and this just shows you what we've done this year so far. I've also given you a report for June and July, and the cash flow statement for July. And then, if you want to, I highlighted on this report here, if you look at the, third page, that shows you the revenues that came in for last year for 25-26, which is $11,502,000. And then the page 4 shows you how much our expenditures were, which was $11,200,000, which means that we will increase our fund balance by about $300,000, which is good because we had to put $300,000 in the budget for this next year for the EOC and the ambulance service and the sheriff's medical. So that will cover that. Of course, July, there's not much to look at yet on July. Any questions about any of this?
Thank you, Diane.
Mr. Chairman, you're gonna do it, okay, never mind.
Yes, sir. I'll take care of that. Before we adjourn and stuff, we got some here that has, chosen not to be with us, for another term. But we sure do, appreciate them on their time that they have served this county. I know I sat there for 13 years and a lot of times it seems like a thankless job. And I know not one of you got rich, I do. But I would like to tell you how much on behalf of this county and on behalf of everybody here, I appreciate you spending your time and serving on the county commission. I know it's hard sometimes. I had a dear friend of mine, and he's gone on now, but he told me one time, he said, you know, being county commissioner, Greg, it might be like jury duty one of these days. See, everybody's got to do their time. And I don't know, it may be, but it's a tough thing, and I appreciate y'all, I really do. You've been great to work with, and I believe with all my heart that we've moved this county forward, and I thank God for it. At this time, I'd like to present some certificates here, and the first certificate would be, I'm gonna move this out of the way. Mr. Chris Singleton, if you would. Now, I want y'all to stay around, they're gonna make your picture before you leave, okay? Mr. Eddie Mears. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your service. And last but not least, Brent Brandon. Thank you so much to them. I tell you what, it takes a certain person to step up and want to serve. and I thank you for it. Without you, hey, we couldn't make it roll. And I appreciate you now.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I've got a motion to adjourn, that's second.
Second.
All in favor, aye? Aye. All opposed? Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.